Hello, Katie, mynaturalhappiness.com, creator of the Seeds of Change program to help you go from hamster wheel to happiness, founder of Shine Your Light Goddess, Shine Your Light, the boot camp and the book. How are you? How's your week been? Those eagle-eyed amongst you will realise that the Friday video is happening on a Monday, and yeah, there's a reason for that, and it's Samhain. We're coming up to Samhain. Last week was half term and I spent lots of time having really amazing fun with my family and going and doing lots of half term activities, including going to the Roman baths in Bath. And on Thursday I was like, I must record this video as I was walking around the Roman baths in Bath, which are dedicated to the goddess Sulis Minerva. I've worked a lot with Sulis over the years. She has been a huge part of my Celtic shamanic training for over 20 years, and I was just in her embrace. It was so beautiful on Thursday. It was so beautiful on Thursday. It was amazing. And so the video never got recorded. And then I tuned into why, and I realised that not only was it a place of rest and restoration and connection to the goddess Sulis Minerva, who has been such, she's the goddess of the sacred spring there, that if you imagine the Roman baths in Bath before there were any buildings, when it was just purely a hot spring coming up from Mother Earth, and that connection is yeah, it's that area. She has been a huge part of my my learning and my journey for over 20 years. So not only was I settling into her embrace, I realised that the reason that the video never got recorded is, of course, we are now in Samhain week. It is the 31st of October tomorrow, and it is Samhain, and Samhain in the Celtic traditions is a time when the veil between the living and the dead is at its thinnest. It is a time where we honour ancestors and we honour those who have passed before, and say thank you for their lives. And over different traditions, in the Christian tradition, Catholics, you've got the All Hallows Eve and the All Saints Day. In Spain they have what's called the Feast of the Dead, which is where they have beautiful, great big meals as a family, and they all talk and share memories of those who have passed over, and they bring their memories alive. They bring those that have passed alive with them, talking of the memories and what happened. And so around the globe there's various different traditions that all come together with an honouring of those who have passed. And I realised that the big reason why the video didn't happen on Friday is to really settle into that energy and share that with you. And so if you're feeling particularly emotional at this time of year, if you're feeling keenly the losses that you've felt through the year of loved ones, then you're not alone, and you're feeling into the time of the year, and it can be emotional, it can be difficult, and it's also really beautiful to just have that time away from time to remember those who have passed. And so if you're in that mode right now, I'm sending you a huge hug of love. I'm surrounding you with so much love. If you want to step into that, and if you want, you can ask your angels and your guides to step in and just support and uphold you as you walk through this week, and be kind to your soul as you do so, and be kind to you as you do so. For me, what I've realised over the years is often it's not the first Samhain after somebody's passed, it's the second, third and fourth, when the shock has worn off and the reality is coming in. And so yeah, just be so kind to you, just be so kind to you. Yeah, it's an emotional time of year, and of course it goes without saying, from cat lady, the furry animals that have passed as well. Absolutely. So get honoured at this time of year. Honoured at this time of year. If you go back to the civilizations of past, then I mean, there were so many mummified cats in Egypt because they honoured their furry animals and they honoured when they passed. And so, yeah, it's exactly the same. It's exactly the same all these years later. So just be kind and gentle to you as you go about your week. So that is why I was told not to record it on Friday, because we're Samhain. Blessed Samhain to you. The 1st of November is also the Celtic New Year. So if you've had a really shit couple of months, then just allow it to be the new year. Allow it to be the new year. Happy New Year to you. Happy New Year. It's always nice. I like having, I kind of choose between the two. Sometimes I'm like, yay, it's New Year, I've had a rubbish year. And sometimes I wait until the 1st of January, and sometimes I do both. It's really nice to having 2 New Years. It's really nice. So yeah, that's why. That is why. So aside from that, as always, I pulled out a card for you for watching this video. And interestingly, I was drawn to the Art Through the Eyes of the Soul Guidebook and Oracle by Cheryl Yambrough Rose. And they are beautiful, and I was clearly drawn to work with this deck, and it's so perfect. And I absolutely shuffled these because I pulled out a card for me as well, but yeah, so perfect, because at this time of year we've got regeneration, death and rebirth, which is what Samhain is all about, which is what this time of year is all about. Regeneration, death and rebirth. So how perfect is that for the time of year that we are in right now? Entitled The Great Goddess. Always perfect. Expanded meaning. One life cycle ends and another begins. Flow with the cosmic rhythms to become the master of your own fate. We all go through a period of dissolution and breaking down. What we don't often realise at this time is that it is necessary to move forward, break a cycle and move into the next phase of our lives, which may be full of even greater opportunities than we can imagine from our current vantage point. Instead of going against the tide, pull into the shore for a while to contemplate. Keep your eyes wide open and be ready to leap. The goddess gives gifts as well as taking them away. The butterflies represent the soul. So you've got some butterflies around as well. One life cycle ends and another begins. Flow with the cosmic rhythms to become the master of your own fate. Going with the flow, releasing, going with the flow. I've learnt really strongly that the tighter we hold on to some things, the harder it is. And sometimes just releasing and allowing the flow to happen is when the magic happens. And so that is a card for the week, which is so perfect. So regeneration, death and rebirth. From my deck, we have the same card, so Kate's Oracle card deck. We have the same card as we had, I think, last week, but we've had it recently. Maybe both paths are possible for you right now. Both paths will take you in wonderful directions. It's just the view that will be different. Feel into your heart and decide which view will fulfill your heart and soul at this time, and follow that path. So perfect and so perfect. And don't forget, I've got the lowest offer available where you can go in and you can listen to a meditation attached from that. And if you look at my Facebook page, and I'll put a note in the email that I've released the password for a while so you can just pull in an electronic card from the deck as well. So aside from that, sending you a huge hug of love, looking forward to our Avebury Goddess Retreat, which is in a couple of weeks, and sending you so much love and so much love, with such a huge hug of love. Kate, mynaturalhappiness.com. Have a magical, magical, magical week. So much love to you.